You ready to go? Ready? Okay, let's go.
is two operator equipment, and so if there is a conductor on, yes, they use that bell system, either verbally like I'm doing with Cliff. So I pull the rope 2 times. He hears 2 bells. He responds with 2 bells on his own, and that's how he knows it's safe. That means the doors are closed. We've boarded all the conductors. The yellow line on Park. That's my route. I operate that line. San Francisco. So I run an operator takes my train down.
The Canopy Gap. Walk into an old forest and tilt your head back. There are giants here. Trunks as broad as rooms, bark furrowed by centuries of weather. Their crowns stitch the sky into a quilt of shade. Beneath them, saplings stand straighter than they would in the open. Ferns unfurl, wildflowers bloom, birds dart. Even those not of their bloodline flourish in their protection. Ecologists call them mother trees. We in our families know them as grandparents. When a giant falls, the ground floods with light. For a moment, it feels like opportunity, but too much sun is also exposure. The floor dries, seedlings bend, moss weathers. If the canopy is lost before the next generation has rooted deep, the whole grove falters. So it is with families. My grandfather, born in 1909, was our monster tree. His presence gathered cousins and children, steadied us with shade. When he died, the family scattered like needles in the wind. He had been the canopy. Without him, we were exposed. The overlap that sustains. In forest, the overlap of generations determines resilience. When old trees live long enough for new ones to establish, the canopy remains unbroken. When the giants fall too early, the gap is harsh. In America, the overlap is thinning. Educated families delay childbearing. Grandparents arrive later in child's life, if at all. Where once 3 or 4 rings of shade overlapped, now there may be only 2. The result is fragile families, exposed like saplings in sudden sun. Sebastião Salgado, the photographer of landscapes and humanity alike, saw the symmetry. So many times I've photographed stories that show degradation of the planet. But in the end, I thought the only way to give us an incentive to bring hope is to show the pictures of the pristine planet, to see the innocence. Environmental devastation, he reminds us, is mirrored by human devastation. Clear-cut forests and fractured families are 2 expressions of the same loss. Networks above and below. Yet the forest does not only rely on trunks. Beneath the soil, invisible threads connect root to root. Paul Stamets calls mycelium the neurological network of nature, constantly in molecular communication, carrying nutrients and warnings across species. Families, too, depend on such hidden networks, stories told across tables, guidance offered by elders, rituals of belonging. They are the unseen threads that keep humanity alive when trunks fall. But when overlaps shrink and networks weaken, we face what ecologists call canopy gap, and what societies feel as loneliness, distrust, and fracture. Toward human forestry, what is to be done? The forest whispers the answer. Plant overlaps. Make space for elders to live longer in the lives of children and support parents earlier so canopy and sapling can coexist. Weave networks. Build intergenerational systems that nourish all, whether kin or not. Value shade. Progress is not measured only by new growth, but by the protection that lets new growth unfurl. Benjamin Franklin once looked at a stormy sky and drew down lightning with a kite. A simple observation of nature transformed into civic discovery. My own moment was quieter. I stood among trees and realized their secret was not only growth upward, but also the shade they cast outward. Protection was as vital as progress. The principle applies not just to forests, but to families, to nations. The monster trees are falling. The question is not whether we can grow new trunks, but whether we can hold the canopy together long enough for them to take root. Let's go. Go.